would you advise somebody from the diaspora to come back and resettle, or would you tell them like, you know what, let me keep doing my research and then I'll let you guys know, because I have a YouTube channel that talks about all these things?
Mm. I think there's no like one size fits all. I think that's important for people to know. Like
Mm-hmm.
resettling is not for everyone. Let's just start with that.
Yeah.
I think there's many ways that you can get involved in your country. Like you can, as I said, invest. You can not only invest in your own ideas and other people's ideas. You can help educate. There are a lot of people who do that. So they, help children go to school and just do different types of things.
Yeah.
And then you can actually be on the ground here. But so I think it depends on what your goals are. Like what your personal goals are, because I think there's some people who move for the wrong reasons. You're like, oh, Africa is booming, let me go see how I can make money there, and you're like, it's not easy, my friend. There are very real problems that you have to know what I mean? Like,
they slap you on the face, they'll slap you on the face and then be like, oh, okay.
Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but one of the things I try to remember with every decision that you make, any risk that you choose to take, and now we're talking about resettling, give it your all. Like if you're going to go for something, even if like, because I was in this space of like, should I go back to Canada? Things are a bit different from what I thought they were going to be. Like what would happen? So, but I boiled it down to, even if I do go back to Canada and maybe go back to re-strategize and have to come back again and do this again, this opportunity, I must have given it my all, because I will know if I didn't give it my all. You will know when you don't do your best. You know what I'm saying? So give everything, give that opportunity your absolute best. So if it's like me trying to work on my networking skills, you know what I mean? I need to do that. I need to go to as many events. I need to meet as many people as I possibly can. But yeah, give it your best. Really think through it, and what is the reason that you want to move back? You know what I mean? I think that's super important for me. It was family, nation building, and exploring the continent, which are all things that are super, super important to me. But even with those things, like there's challenges that you have to. There's what's it? The book Mark Manson.
Yeah.
What's the name of that book?
I don't know what that is. First of all, let me not pretend. Hold on. Okay, please explain. I don't want to say yes, and I'm not, because I want to learn something from this as well. Yeah.
No,
what are we talking about?
Mark Manson's book. I'm forgetting his name.
Who's Mark Manson?
I
know Marilyn Manson. Is that who you're talking about?
Absolutely not.
Not? Okay.
So Mark Manson has a book. He's an author.
Yeah.
And he's I don't know why I forgot the name of this book, but it's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Okay.
I think I've seen the title somewhere.
In this book, and one of the things that is a big takeaway from this book is like, in everything that you do, you have to know what your flavor of shit sandwich is. And basically what that means is like, you shouldn't, when you're going into things and doing things, you shouldn't look at them as, this is what I'm going to get out of it. This is what I'm looking for, like the positive only. You should really think about, what are the negatives that I'm happy to deal with, or at least
worst
not
case
happy
scenario.
to deal. Yeah, like what are the worst case scenarios, or the things that are unpleasant about this experience that I'm doing, or this, whatever it is that I'm doing.
Because you might have to face them.
Exactly. No, you will face them.
You will, yeah.
So what hardships are you okay dealing with? What challenges are you okay dealing with? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that really frames, sort of the perspective of the things that we're trying to do, because some things seem, this seems so glamorous, but the things that you have to deal with, you're like, oh my God, I don't think I want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's looking at those negatives and be like, what's my flavor of shit sandwich? Like, what can I, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that's a really helpful way. So in terms of, would I encourage people? Yes, of course. I think Africa needs, a diverse set of minds and experiences to contribute, because we want Africa to rise, like really rise, and we want it to rise by our own hands. And this is the thing. One of the things that shocked me about being in Nairobi, there are a lot of foreigners, like it blew my mind, like the amount of foreigners, and the
business are booming. You know that?
Exactly.
Booming.
They're coming here with their ideas from the countries that they've come from and lived in, and they're starting those things here. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing well here. And for me, I mean, capitalism, we get it. It's, whatever. But it's really important, I think, that we own the narrative. We create our economy the way
ownership,
we want it.
ownership,
Exactly.
ownership.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's super, super important, especially with the history Africa has had. I think it's very important that we reclaim the resources, the money, all of that for ourselves. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Somebody
yeah.
was talking about what was the context of this story? Somebody was talking about like how we have like all the resources in Africa, gold, diamonds, oil, all these other things that you can think of. Yet a majority of the countries are just sitting around waiting for foreign aid and loans. And it makes no sense. Yet we have all the resources. And even some of the resources are taken from here and gone and taken to like all these other foreign countries. Yeah, so I think it's just like us like also like just educating ourselves on that.
Exactly.
Educating ourselves on that.
We have to decolonize our minds.
Yeah.
Because if if as a nation you're still thinking like a colony,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that thing
Like
is
we
going
have
to
to wait for somebody to actually do something for us in order for us to do it.
Exactly. No.
Yeah.
We have to be able to, and I think that's one of the, and I encourage people to travel and live somewhere outside of the country that they're in, because it teaches you something. Like to be like like I told you when I went to Canada, I started working at 17. Okay.
Yeah. Independence, like immediately, like
ever since, and so it
I
just
think a
slaps you.
17-year-old in Kenya, where are you working? Chilling,
That's why I was
sleeping.
like, I wish I was in Kenya.
Hey,
I would just be
exactly.
relaxing.
Raving, coming at home, super drunk. Somebody's healing your hangover.
Yeah.
Like, are you okay, ma'am?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
No. I mean, it's just a whole different, like, just.
Yeah, I've gone through a lot of hardships, let's just say, but not that it's not a hardship Olympics or anything like that.
Yeah.
But they have. I'm grateful for them because they've shaped.
I've just emptied my memory card. If you want to mention a few, what kind of hardships are we talking about?
Just normal. I mean, just.
Hey, we have time. Just share one or two.
So, I mean, I think I mentioned like at the beginning, just adjusting to school, racism, it's just like a lot, just those normal things, a lot of the things that you go through as a black person, feeling like you don't really have the support, being distanced from your family. It's just, a lot of those things will weigh on you, not being prepared for university, that having an affected you, having to support yourself from 17 years old, being kicked out of the house, like, what I mean? Like all kinds of things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've been through it,
Okay, we'll save that for like a different segment though, We can't talk about like hardship Olympics like you said.
Yeah.
We'll save that for another thing that I saw on one of your Insta stories, or was it your videos? You said like, once you come back, it was on your bucket list as well. Did you get your Kenyan ID?
Yes, I did.
Did you get your KRA pin?
No.
Did you get your Huduma number?
So what happened was
What happened was
I literally woke up one day on the Thursday. I think the deadline was supposed to be on the Friday. I woke up early. I went to the place, and this is the other thing. Like, if you want guys to register for this thing, why don't you make things easier for people to do this?
Online.
Like, make it online, or even if I go to your website, like, tell me where to go and get the thing. Like, I went to the website and it doesn't even tell. It just says Nairobi. So now, where in Nairobi am I supposed to go and get? Like, if I don't know, so I had to like ask my people. I'm like, where do you go get this thing? Like, what is the location? Because I can't find where it is online. So anyway, that was the first thing. And then you get there. I got there like 7:30 in the morning, and the lineup was like
crazy.
And then that time somebody is taking a lunch break or a breakfast break or whatever they're doing, and there's only 2 attendants, and the line, and everybody takes like 15-20 minutes to get through. Are you kidding me? Like, nah. I give up. I was like, no, I'm not. I stood there for like an hour. I was like, I'm an idiot. Like, I need to get out of here.
I haven't gotten mine as well, but hopefully they'll make it easier for some of us to get it. It's just like,
they need to do better. Like, that's just
Now another thing, just before like we sum it up, I know you're very, and this is like on your field, because I found you out as a YouTuber.
Right.
That's what like really intrigued, like, my attention, and they reached out to you.
Did it intrigue you, or did you just roll your eyes like?
Of course I did, because I was like, oh my God, welcome to my channel again. I was like, no, but I just now started seeing like your topics of conversation. I was like, this is fresh, because I haven't seen it, like, and even if it exists, like, I don't think it's the same way. I can see the effort that you put into it, and you have
Thank you.
pointers on things that actually matter, and it's information that's very valuable for anybody who's coming, like, to settle, like, in Kenya, because we have all these stories, like there's some people in diaspora who are always like sending money to Kenya about these projects they've been promised and everything, and then when they land the country they're like, what?
Yep.
Where has all the money that I've been sending going to, and all these things? But just the little things that you're talking about will be information that will be very helpful to people who are actually googling or going to YouTube, like, Kenyan tag, and trying to find out, like, okay, what I can settle, jobs in Kenya, job hunting in Kenya. All those little things really do make a very big influence, big difference.
Yeah.
Talking of YouTube,